All right, here with head cross-country coach Jamey Harris. Coach, you had a pretty good weekend this past weekend. You mentioned a lot of PRs at the West Regional Championships. Go ahead and touch on all those.
There were a lot of good performances. I think on the men's side we didn't get the team result that we might have hoped for, but I think having already had a great performance at our most important meet of the season for us this year, being the conference championships. We went into this as like, hey, if we get a good result here, that's gravy. It's icing on the cake. Although you wouldn't want to put gravy and ice cream and icing on anything, but either one of those would have been good. But we did have some really good performances. Our top 3 guys, I think, all had 8K PRs on the way to 10K, which is impressive to be, especially after racing 8Ks all season, to be that aggressive in what, for all, I think all of them, most of them at least, was their first cross-country 10K. And the women that we brought, we didn't bring a full team, but the women that we brought all ran really well. A few PRs there on a muddy course in the rain. It wasn't raining so much during the men's race, but of course it rained in the women's, and they got through it, toughed it out. We had a little bit of a tent snafu, which was entertaining. It would have been less entertaining if it had been pouring down rain during the rebuilding of the tent, but we managed to get it put back together before the rain came, so that was good.
Just overall, I mean, how satisfied are you with the outcome of the team and the work they put in this season?
And do any qualify for nationals or no?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So season's over, definitely. I'm really pleased with the progress that people made mentally, physically, and just the performance of the team throughout the season. I think was about as good as we could expect. We didn't have our best day at Paul Short. That would have been nice. It would have been nice to do a little bit better at regionals, but overall, it's a really good season, and really pleased with the progress and the direction that the program's going. So,
Coach, looking ahead, I know obviously it just finished, and you're probably processing that, and leading into now the off season. What does a very early preview of next year look like for you when it comes to recruits? What does the team look like? Are there any changes or things that we could look forward to for next season?
Yeah, I mean, definitely one cool thing is that everyone who raced this season will be back next year. Looking actually this weekend was a fruitful or a productive time recruiting-wise. We were able to stop at the Oregon High School State Meet on the way home. And see some of our recruits race there, visit with them, visit with their families and their coaches in person. So that was productive. And then we've got signing days coming up, so we're hoping to sign some impactful recruits for next year, in the coming days, really, and weeks. And then we'll continue to work mostly through February, trying to continue to sign. Like I said, impactful recruits that I think will make us better both on the men's and women's sides for next year. But just returning the people that we have, I think there's reason to expect that they will improve as well, and that the teams will get better. So, what we hope for and expect doesn't always turn out, but I'm very, very optimistic about next season.
Awesome. Good. Cool. Thanks, Coach.
Yep.